Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick.
Welcome, welcome. I'm Bill.
This is my husband, Bill. And
we are Piccadilly Stampin'.
We are. Bill's the production manager, and I'm the one that he puts into production. So let's click on here and see if we're live. Are you live, Bill?
Yep. Just went.
Okay. Say hello when you get in here. Tell us where you're from. Give us a thumbs up. We love a thumbs up or even a heart. Let us know what the weather is by you. So today, yesterday was so gorgeous.
Yeah. Hi, France.
Hi, France from Michigan. What's your weather like? You're way north from us. So if you're new, we love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, or right here on Facebook, click like and join us, follow us. There's Jackie. Okay, so we're getting a few people in here.
And Jackie's cloudy in 40s. We're sunny in 54 here. Woo-hoo.
We were in the 60s yesterday, Jackie. I had the windows open and the house to air out a little bit. It was nice. There's Kristen.
France says it's sunny and she went for a walk. Yay!
You went for a walk. Hi, Madison. You went for a walk, France. That's wonderful. Whoop, whoop. Got to get a little vitamin D.
Yep.
Wow, so nice. Yes, Jackie. You'll have to come, and on your way, pick up France, and you guys will have to come down, spend some time with us. Okay, Nicola says she's eating
her biscuits.
With gravy.
With gravy, I guess. Okay.
All right, you guys. I have absolutely one of the cutest little cards. We're going to do a tiny little bit of a technique, but it's
a 7-layer salad. What are you talking about?
So Bill says it's a 7-layer salad card, but he's really gotten used to that. So let me show you what we're going to be using today. I'm using the Dogwood Details. Now this is only a stamp set. You can't buy it. You can only earn it. It's a celebration. So if you don't know what celebration is this amazing sale that they have the first 2 months of the year. And it is comes out with usually the release of the mini catalog. This one's the January, April. So every $50 that you purchase on any of the website items through our catalog earns you a point. And you can earn up to $50 items that are here in the front of this. So we've got some DSP, we've got some stamp set, here's some more DSP. To $100 items, here's a $50 item, but if you spent $150, you could get the dies and this stamp set, which, by the way, I just ordered this month, and this is on my stamp set, and mostly because I love this crazy chicken. I know it's a toucan, but if it's a bird, I pretty much call it a chicken if it's crazy looking. Anyway, so here's where you're going to find that. It's page 15. It's called Detailed Dogwoods. This is a very, very pretty stamp set. There are no dies to it. It's just the stamp set. So I've put something together using this, but because it doesn't have any sentiments on it, I definitely wanted to pull one from one of my sentiment sets. And I haven't actually used this in a demonstration before, but I'm going to make this card into a wedding card. We got wedding season that'll be coming up soon enough. So I've got the congratulations, and I'm using the die. What I like about this set is that the dies match and perfectly cut out around the sentiments. So we're using that. This is the Wonderful Thoughts. And then I also paired it with the perennial postage stamp set, but not for, I didn't want the words on this one. I just wanted to use the new postage stamp. They're called perennial postage dies, but I used the second one in. And if you purchase this set together with the dies or this set together with the dies, you do save 10%. So I wanted to let you know that also. So let's get started. Any questions so far?
No.
No.
They're beautiful sentiment stamp set.
So we're going to do some purples again today. I know I just did purples, but we're going to do some, I go in streaks apparently. So I do have fresh freesia, and let me get my, we'll get out the stamp pack here.
Hi, Janet Rose.
Hi, Janet. I think of her all the time just because of our street name.
Janet Trail.
Janet Trail and Janet Rose. It should be Janet Rose's Trail, right? So I just have a piece of fresh freesia. You know what? I think I'm going to change this out, and I'm going to throw in some Gorgeous Scrape. It's a little bit darker, and I have fresh freesia, and I'm going to go ahead and put that congratulations sentiment right down on it. This will be a little bit darker instead of doing color on color. And so this is just a scrap piece, and we'll give it a nice press. Let that ink transfer. Okay, so that was Gorgeous Scrape on the fresh freesia, and look at that. It's perfect. Bill's got to go answer his work phone, so he'll be back. So what I'm going to do is use a piece of washi tape so that we can cut this out. I absolutely love sentiments that are cut out for you. And these are kind of cool. This has been very on trend for a while now to have them cut all the way around. So it is a fun little set to own. There's 2 sets like this. I want to leave my mat down because I am going to bring in my Stampin' Cut Emboss Mini. And I want to show you again, you need a plate 1 and 2 plate 2s. And I'm going to flip this one. And I'm going to go a little bit in because we're going to layer this on here to make a, can you hear him in there? I swear he gets an octave louder when he gets on the phone. Do your husbands do that? And then we're just going to run this through. And having that little silicone mat, now that I have the glass mat, is so crucial, I feel, as far as keeping this thing from sliding, because it really does want to slide. So let's pull this out, and then you'll see. Hopefully I have this. I'm going to leave that attached so I don't lose it for the moment. So then it just cuts all the way around that. Isn't that great? So I'm going to set this aside and move this out of the way. And then I am using a piece. This is our brand new in color, and this is the Pebbled Path. And this, I really wanted a gray, but I wanted it to be a brown gray, and this is a brown gray versus our like basic gray. And I wanted that because I'm going to be using this for our stem color in the flower instead of having just a gray flower stem. This has got a little more to it, a little more brown to it. Okay, so I have that. And then let's see here. These are for, where's the rest of the pack? Here we go. So I'm going to start off, and this is the paper from the lavender set. So it's the perennial lavender. I have a paper share and a 12 by 12. I've actually been making quite a few cards off of this. This paper is absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's stunning. So there's two sides to our paper, and instead of using this side, I really just wanted this. It's a gorgeous grape color, and I wanted this deep color because I am going to be using fresh freesia, which looks so nice with it. So we're going to pair that. And I'm just going to adhere this on. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Bill tried so hard to get here. And now he's having to work. He likes to see all you. He likes to give Nick some hassles right now about a biscuit or a cookie. Which do you call it, a biscuit or a cookie? In the United States, we call it a cookie, Nick. And I think if you're not sharing with everyone, that's on you. Your friends will notice, and I know you got quite a few in this room. Okay, so I have this just on the background. Again, I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to pull my mat in here. And I have a piece, and I believe this is cut, let me look, 3 by 4 of basic white, and I am going to take the pebbled path. On these large stamps, I find it easier to take the ink to the stamp, so I'm just going to ink this up in this dogwood flower. Is everything okay, hon?
Yeah, so far.
Okay. I just didn't know. And then I think I'm going to stamp this a little bit off of here. Oops, I want to do that on this so I can wipe this off. So we'll get most of it on and just a teeny little bit off. Give that ink a little time to transfer. Does everyone have plans this weekend? We do. We got lots of plans. We got all kinds of stuff happening. Yeah, we do.
We do?
Yeah, we do. I haven't told you, but you've got all kinds of things going on this weekend.
Oh,
So I just want to clean up this mat real quick. May have gone a little heavy. We'll let that dry. Okay, so now I want to talk about something called blender pens. We've got our blends. We've got our blending brushes. This is a blender pen. If you haven't used one, these are cool. I haven't been using them lately, and I don't know why. So I thought I went to get one the other day, and I had to order new ones because I think I've had them for the 12 years I've been a demonstrator. So I finally busted and bought a new set. 12 years I thought lasted pretty darn good. So these pens can be used a couple of ways. They're two-sided. I do want to get, and let me pull out just a scrap piece of basic white to have on side. You can use a like a scrap piece of paper, but I want you to see the color transfer. So they have two brush tip ends. This is perfect if you are someone who likes to do maybe a little more detailed work. Blends can kind of spread. And it's also if you're someone like me who doesn't want to do detail work. So they have a special, I don't know, they're an acid-free thing, but they have a special chemical in them. I know people try to refill them. They're not refillable, really. It's just better to repurchase them when they go bad. So the way you use them, now I have used this one already. It's not completely destroyed. It's a new one. But you definitely want to make sure that you have the end cleaned off. And I'm going to start with fresh freesia, and you want to squeeze so that you get some color in here. I do know people who will push on the side to get their color. Sometimes that's too much color for me. So I like to play a little bit at first and go into my color. Oops. Go into my color and then maybe kind of rub it off on the side here. Go back in, get some more, rub it off, and see what it's looking like. Is it too dark? Is it too light? You know, because sometimes if you go like this, it's darker. I don't know if you can see the difference. And if you go in like I've seen other demonstrators do, must have been a dry spot on my ink pad, but it sometimes is even darker yet. So I'm going to go in here. I want to rub off. I want to make sure that I've got that. And I am a lazy crafter. So I say that in all, what's the words I want to use? Respect to myself, but it's just my preference. So I'm going to leave a lot of white on this. I'm not coloring this whole thing in. I'm going to do, since Stampin' Up! Already has these lines in here, I'm going to do some lines right here. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do some lines. Now I'm doing kind of heavy here on the bottom, and I will stop and I will pull this up so you can see it. Do a little heavier on the bottom. And then when I get like that, then I go a little lighter. So I just took a little bit off and I'm going to start feathering this and blending this up. So take it, feather some off. And I am doing strokes. I am picking up my finger. Now you can, I want you to know, you can actually overblend. It will cause a pilling, just like on my sweater here. It will cause a pilling on your paper. So you don't want to overblend. That's why soft strokes, let me get that kind of, I'll do this now. And kind of fill this in. Can you see this on camera very well?
Yeah, if you raise it up a little bit. But I'm also a little bit behind you.
Okay, let me get going here. And I think there's a little image here of a flower. It'll be easier to see when I get going, and I definitely will raise it up, Bill. Okay, and then this is a little kind of bud flower thing here. So we'll add some color there. Okay. And the more you put down here, the darker it is at the center. Just don't do the pilling. To clean the brush, all you do is you just go until it runs clear. And then you can put the lid back on. Okay. I am going to switch colors right now. I don't know if I'm done with this, and I'm going to go to the Granny Apple Green. So just here, I'm pushing it together so I'm getting some color in the lid. Now that deposited a lot more color. So with that same tip, which one? They're so new. They're not stained. I think this one was it. But with the same tip, I'm going to go into the next color. So I want a little darker at first, but I don't want it too dark. See, there's a lot more color on that, so I can brush that off. I want to come and follow that stem right down the center of these leaves. And I'm not coloring all of this in. This is a huge time saver. And it gives it kind of that artsy-fartsy look. So I'm just following the lines, and then when the color is fading, I'm going out farther from the line. So how many have blender pens already? Because I know that there's some people here who are avid Stampin' Up. And how many?
I have a whole wall of them.
You don't have a whole wall. Well, they come in a 3-pack. I only get 3, and that was my 3-pack in the last 12 years. So
well,
you're full of it.
I guess I don't have a whole wall
Okay, how many do you have? Have you ever tried it, Bill?
No, you haven't let me do that one yet.
I haven't let you? Are you kidding me? Do you want to see me get pretty angry here? I haven't let him.
I can't play with all the toys.
Oh, Bill. I beg him sometimes. Do you want to come in here? Because when we were dating, this was the man who said, oh, this is kind of cool. I would do this. After he got done, he asked what I did, and I said, I stamp. And he said to me, oh, that's pretty cool. He thought and he told his parents I collected stamps. Well, I do, just not the kind that the post office sends. Okay, so if I want any changes, this is the time to come back in, and I do. I want to make this a little darker right here, and you can get in here with these blender pens and do such detailed work. I'm going through on the main vein that goes through the leaf. Okay, I'm going to take that off. Flipping it back. So this was Granny Apple Green. And once I clean it, I can go back into another color. And I'm going to go back into here. And I'm going to do a little bit finer. Just drawing these lines. Now this is the perfect one for this. Now sometimes if you have something, let's say it's a baby image and you want the little wisp of hair to be a little bit different colored, this is the perfect thing to do because it doesn't blend out, and like the alcohol markers, you can actually get some details. And just for an example, I'll just show you. I can do a fine line. So it works perfect for that type of stuff. And let's add just a few more lines here. I don't know how much, I'm going to stand up and look at this on camera. I don't know how much you'll really be able to see. I'll try to get decent pictures, but I think you'll be able to see. So clean it out after each use. Don't put it away dirty. Clean it out after each use. And then again, that was fresh freesia. And that's it. That's it for this. So let me stop. Now I've got this on and off, but I don't know if you can see, like I've got some real detailed lines in here. And I don't know if the camera picks that up or not.
It does a little bit.
A little bit? Okay. All right. So we'll go on. Now I have, this was 3x4. So this is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And I do that because sometimes I just like the littlest 1/16 of an inch here. I am not going to mat this time, but I wanted you to know the difference. This would be this would look very well matted though also. So let's go back to our base. Vellum. I think vellum is one of those things that I get the most asked question that I get between tying bows is how to attach vellum. And I love that you guys are asking me, especially if you seriously don't know. My favorite way is with Stampin' Seal, and you're going to hide it. You want to hide. So this image will be going over this. I am going to do a little topsy-turvy though this time. Vellum is a great way to add, you still can see through it. It's a great way to add a little detail without having a lot of effort involved. So because this is that postage stamp die or perennial postage die, but it's got that postage stamp edge. This is a great detail. So this is a huge investment for your crafting supplies. So I'm just going to use a little Stampin' Seal, and I know that I'm going to cover up right in the middle. Let me get that off. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a little X here. I don't care if this thing is going to curl on me or not. I'm not going to put that much thought into it, and I'm going to put this at an angle on my card. Now, You can see through vellum. That's why people ask me all the time. That's why we're going to cover that exact spot. But since I have that out there, I'm going to, instead of putting my ribbon on at the end, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right over this. For some reason, I've got enough gunk on the side of my, I need to clean my thing, that my roller, that it catches my seal. I have the sheer ribbon. This was from our holiday stuff and it carried over. It is amazing ribbon, as I want this to have a specific look. It has a little silver edge detailed, but basically it's white. And I think it is a 1/2 inch width, which I generally like to do under a 1/2 inch and under when I'm crafting for cards. When I'm packaging, I can go over, but so let's just start. I want to have this coming off, and I'm going to, I think maybe I'll move it up and snatch it right there. And then I think, so you can come like this, or you can come over, and I'm going to come over a little bit so that that kind of hangs off. And I like to leave it attached. You could do some loops if you wanted to and make like a faux bow, but it's a lot of work and it doesn't really save that much ribbon. So I'm going to leave it attached because I like sometimes how this looks. So, oh yeah, I do have it. It's right down here. So let's see what this looks like first. And then maybe I'll have it coming back and up. Okay. Again, this is the sheer ribbon. It's got the silver on the edge, 1/2 inch width. Okay. And I like white ribbon when I'm doing stuff. I need a little more seal here. I like white ribbon because I feel like it kind of goes with everything. So it's a good one to have on hand. You can color them with your blends. So it is just a good ribbon to have on hand. All right. Now, I'm going to set this aside for a moment. I told you I was doing things kind of topsy-turvy. So I'm going to take my layer and my mat, but instead of having it matted, I'm going to just center it. Just going to do a little bit of glue here, and I'm going to twist it. So you center it and you kind of twist it to give you just a different look. It still gives that matte feel, but you get a little bit more color. And if you noticed on here, I didn't color this all in. I didn't take the time. I didn't, and that's why I went with the gray that had, because of the colors that I'm using, that had the brown in it, so that it's a little bit more, I guess, twiggy, right? And then let's pull this in here. And let me grab some dimensionals. I know I have some. So this is my 7-layer salad. Bill likes to call it that. And he's right. As you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 just right there. Unless you don't count the base, then it's 3. But I'm about to add a couple more on here. And since I've got the ribbon there and dimensionals don't stick on ribbon, I'm going to kind of do like here because I don't like sag. Bill, you know that, right?
No sagging.
No sagging in the cards. Okay. So I'll move this out of the way. And it's really important for me to have these lay right. So I'm going to flip that over and see if that lays down a little nicer for me. This ribbon is so perfect for sending, having a lot like this, because it does have a, it's not going to be bulky. And this will fly on one. Okay, I'm not liking it. So when you don't like it, you turn it. I want it to go just a little bit. Nope, that's not right either. So we're starting over. Let's go maybe like that. Nope, I want it to come here. Okay, so here. That's 2 to the side now. See? See, Jackie, fiddle with your ribbon. It doesn't have to be perfect, but when you're trying to do something on a demonstration of live, maybe it would be good. Okay, here we go. I'll go this way this time. That lays better. And then I'll come back in. This way. There we go. Let's see if, oh no, that was supposed to go down on this. You know it's alive. Oh, I did it. That's okay. You can tell it's alive though, right?
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't expect anything less from me. Use the silicone mat. Lesson learned. Because if I would have done this, I could have done that. Over and over. The silicone mat. Perfect. Okay, so let's try this again. So I'm going to lay this down here. And I want to have, there we go. I want enough of that detail coming out. So I've got this big sloppy kind of bow back here, and which adds a detail. So what do we have? 3, 4, 5. We got 5. Now let's pull in that congratulations that I did at the beginning. Now I was thinking this as a wedding card to begin with, but really this could be like a sympathy card. This could be a birthday card. I mean, it's very versatile for your crafting. So I'm using the mini dimensionals this time. And sometimes you have to trim a mini. Not very often, but sometimes you do. So let's trim that one down to fit there. And there's enough, I think, that I can do that. All right. So there we go. Any questions or comments or anything? You're kind of quiet back there.
Nothing. I'm watching you make your card, but okay.
I think I'm going to cover this flower.
I love the card. Beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Now, again, you wouldn't have to use this set to use this layout. When I come every week, the reason I come is to teach, not to, you know, show off my great abilities. It is to teach so that I have more crafting friends. So we're not done. We got a few things left to do. These are our purple fine shimmer gems. Have you seen them? What I love about it is it's got everything from our Blackberry Bliss. It's got the colors go in all the way to the Fresh Freesia. However, I really think that with the Gorgeous Grape there and the Gorgeous Grape there, I'm going to use these to show. So who's going to be stamping this weekend?
Not you. You got me running.
I do have you running. I did a lot of chores so that we could go out and get a couple things done that we need to get done. Okay, so I've got those on there, which is just gorgeous. And now if you want to, you can add even a Wink of Stella. But wait,
Stella?
There's more.
What?
So one of the things, someone had messaged me before going live, and they were making a purchase, and thank you for that. But they said they need to get busy using their stuff. So because of that, I have started doing more than just the card fronts. I've been showing to add a little bit of your DSP on the inside and on the envelopes so that you're not hoarding a bunch of DSP and around your house. There's plenty of DSP. You can always get more. It is a good thing. It's always a good thing to have, to be trying the newest and latest trends. Plus, if you're creating, what happened to my snips? Here we go. If you're creating, that means that people are getting a lot of happy mail. Happy mail is a good thing. With things going on in the world, and I don't like political discussions or anything on economy or anything, because I try to make this as happy as I can for you guys. But with things going on in the world, I'm sure we know of somebody who would just really like a nice homemade uplifting card. Even if for the bad. Yeah, happy mail. That's right, Bill. I think he's seen enough of my things go out. It either says happy mail or happy Stampin'. For those of you who've collected it from me, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've just now used a little bit more of that purple. Okay, and then I had some left over, and this is always a great time to add it. I think Gorgeous Grape is really pretty, and I should probably send this card to Jean Shoot just because.
Yeah.
Because she loves purple. Is she on today?
I don't think so. I did share you.
Okay.
I did share to her.
Okay. We lost Jean 2 times in a row. On purple times. So just glue it down like that, and then take your paper snips and run around the edges and cut it off so that you have a really wonderful matching card. And this is just a whole nother way to use up your DSP. You can always buy more if you go through it. Okay, nice. So now I have my DSP and my card. It matches so beautifully. So what did we end up with? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We ended up with 7.
7 layers.
It is a 7-layer card. He's right. I guess that must be my magic number, huh? So, any questions from anyone? Anyone asking anything? I would so love it.
Beautiful card. Pretty card.
If you guys were going to want to purchase any of this, you can purchase it on my online store. If you purchase $80 before tax and shipping using my current host code, you can earn a free stamp pack from me that you can make. You can use any stamp set you want. I just make it so that you can use a sentiment with it. Any stamp set you want. Plus, you'll get 2 free Piccadilly rewards that you can earn on free product from me, not through Stampin' Up. Also, if you do an $80 order, you get a celebration item because that's going on right now. I have 1 paper share left. It is 1 first come. It is, I can send it out in the mail today even. So it's $45, and that includes the shipping to get it to you if you're interested. Using the host code only on orders that are $149.99 or less. If it's $150, then you earn host rewards, and I want you to have those rewards. And like, share, comment, help me out. This is my word of mouth. This is my full-time business. So we'd love it if you would follow, subscribe, share with your friends. And I hope you learned something today. And I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.